In the annals of legends and mythologies, the death of a hero often gives birth to tales that capture the collective aspirations of a people. Such tales cradle the soul of a nation, bridging the past with an unwavering hope for the future. The profound impact of a leader's demise can reverberate through time, fostering beliefs that the hero is not gone, but merely hidden, awaiting the right moment to emerge and restore an era of prosperity and justice. This narrative is not unique to any one culture. It is a global phenomenon, echoing the human desire for redemption and change. Germany has its tales of Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, the revered ruler whose death was too much for his people to accept as final. Legends thus wove a tapestry of hope, depicting an imperishable Barbarossa asleep in a cave, biding his time until the world needed him once more. A day would come, they whispered, when the mountain ravens would vanish, signaling the emperor's awakening and the return of a golden age. What may seem surprising, however, is how a similar legend has taken root in the Philippines, entwined with the memory of Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Realonda, or more simply, Rizal. His story is one that resonates with the spirit of a people's struggle, and over time has become an epic narrative that transcends reality, entering the realm of myth. Rizal was an embodiment of wisdom and enlightenment in an era where his countrymen were largely kept in the shadows of ignorance. His intelligence was extraordinary, and many who knew of him held the conviction that such a man was capable of superhuman deeds. This belief was not contained, but spread far and wide across the archipelago, giving hope to those who yearned for change. The Spaniards, particularly the friars, viewed him through a lens tainted with envy and fear. They were apprehensive of Rizal's influence and the power they believed he wielded. Rumors of his otherworldly abilities and the threat they posed led the colonizers to seek his downfall. The pretext for his persecution was his alleged involvement in the burgeoning revolutionary fervor that sought to overturn Spanish rule. Even as soldiers and detectives moved to apprehend him, capturing Rizal proved to be an enigmatic task. As if by magic, each attempt to secure him resulted in his disappearance, leaving his would-be captors grasping at air and finding only a banana trunk where he had stood. This strange occurrence continued to the point of frustration until Rizal, weary of the chase, surrendered himself to his fate. Imprisonment could not contain him, or so the stories claim. Guards would frequently be startled to find not Rizal in his cell, but the familiar trunk of a banana plant. Despite this peculiar phenomenon, the day of his execution arrived, and Rizal embraced his destiny with a firm resolve. As Rizal stood, composed and ready to face the end, a sudden flash of lightning veiled the execution grounds in darkness. When light returned, the soldiers, following through on their grim orders, fired their guns. Rizal's form crumpled, lifeless, and was soon interred within a coffin. Curious about a certain document, rumored to be on the condemned man's person, the Governor-General demanded that Rizal's coffin be opened the following day. But the contents astounded all present, for within the coffin lay not the body of the esteemed Rizal, but, inexplicably, a banana trunk. This series of mysterious events nourished the roots of legend. The people, unable to accept the extinguishing of such a brilliant light, held fast to the belief that Rizal was still among the living. Whispers turned to conviction that he had escaped to foreign shores, and that, in due course, he would return. It was a return fervently anticipated, a moment when he would liberate his homeland and deliver his people from the yoke of foreign dominion. Like Barbarossa's tale, the legend of Rizal serves as a beacon of hope for the Filipino people. It is a story that elevates Rizal from the status of national hero to that of a messianic figure, a savior who defies the finality of death for the sake of his country's freedom. Such beliefs run deep, infusing the narrative of a nation's history with an enduring sense of anticipation and a belief in the eventual triumph of justice. In the fabric of Philippine culture, Rizal's legacy is omnipresent, weaving through education, monuments, and even the currency that passes from hand to hand. Yet, beyond the tangible reminders of his life and work lies the intangible, a legend that sustains a vision of emancipation and sovereignty. As with the ravens circling the peak of Thuringia, the Filipino people hold a vigilant watch for signs of their hero's return, a symbolic manifestation of their aspirations and dreams. The Rizal legend, while a story of its own kind, stands in solidarity with the mythological tapestries of nations across the world, where heroes slumber, not in defeat, but in patient readiness. It is a story that transcends the boundaries of fact, reaching into the heart of what it means to hope and to believe in the resilience of the human spirit. In this sense, Rizal is more than a man. He is a mythos, a perpetual promise of redemption for a people yearning to reclaim their destiny. As centuries pass and the world transforms, the legend of Rizal endures, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the undying human need for heroes. It is a story that speaks not only to Filipinos, but to all who understand the timeless dance between history and legend, reality and hope. The mysterious disappearance, Rizal legend re-emerges, surrounded by intrigue. In the heart of the Philippines, whispers of an extraordinary tale have persisted for generations, stirring the imaginations and quickening the heartbeats of those who dare to delve into its enigmatic folds. It is a story that begins not with a simple vanishing act, but with the evaporation of a man into the annals of myth and legend. The curious case of Jose Rizal's disappearance. In the heart of the Philippines, whispers of an extraordinary tale have persisted for generations, stirring the imaginations and quickening the heartbeats of those who dare to delve into its enigmatic folds. It is a story that begins not with a simple vanishing act, but with the evaporation of a man into the annals of myth and legend. The curious case of Jose Rizal's disappearance. A legend wrapped in shadows. As the mist clings to the emerald rice terraces of Luzon, so does the mystery cling to the legacy of Rizal. It is said that on certain moonlit nights, one can almost hear the rustle of the banana leaves, as if hiding secrets of the past. The legend, as old as the memories of the elders, speaks of Rizal's uncanny ability to elude grasp and gaze, to become one with the shadows when most in peril. In the quiet villages and the bustling cities alike, the story is told of his ethereal escapes, a tale that blurs the line between history and the supernatural. The enigmatic Rizal. Who was this man who captured the soul of a nation? Jose Rizal, a polymath, a patriot, a visionary cloaked in the undeniable aura of mystique. His intellect was as sharp as the Campilan blades of ancient Filipino warriors, and it was whispered that his powers transcended the mere physical realm. Did he possess an arcane knowledge that allowed him to slip through the iron bars of colonial oppression, or was his only magic the indomitable spirit of a people yearning to be free? A question that echoes through time. But what of the ordinary folk? The farmer tilling the land, the weaver at the loom, the fisherman casting his net into the sapphire sea. What did they believe about the man whose image graced their coins, and whose name was etched into the very soul of their nation? Did they truly conceive that Rizal, facing the firing squad, could have transformed his mortal coil into the humble trunk of a banana tree, leaving behind only a lingering question? Could a man become a legend in the blink of an eye? The essence of a myth. This narrative does not merely recount events. It seeks to unveil the tapestry woven by a nation's collective memory. Through the figure of Rizal, a canvas of cultural identity has been painted, depicting a hero who might defy even death itself. As we embark on this journey through the fog of legend and lore, let us consider the possibility that within the fabled disappearance lies a truth far greater than the sum of its parts, a truth that resonates with the heartbeat of the Philippines. The legend unveiled. Extraordinary belief and colonial fear. In the verdant archipelago of the Philippines, a belief was as entrenched in the hearts of the people as the roots of the balete trees were in the earth. Jose Rizal, national hero and polymath, possessed extraordinary powers. This conviction wasn't just a fleeting whisper amongst the common folk. It was a fervent belief that coursed through the veins of society. The Spaniards, ruling with an iron fist, felt an inexplicable trepidation at the mention of Rizal. It was as if his mere existence were a threat to the very foundations of their colonial empire. His intellectual prowess was undeniable, but it was the rumors of his supernatural abilities that truly instilled fear into the colonizers' hearts. Miraculous disappearances and banana trunks. Legend has it that Rizal, when cornered by his captors, would perform feats of escapology so miraculous they bordered on the mystical. Time and again, stories circulated of his vanishing acts. Captured one moment and gone the next, the baffled Spanish guards would find, in his place, nothing but a banana trunk. An object so mundane, yet so symbolically powerful in Philippine folklore. These accounts were whispered from ear to ear, spreading like wildfire across the islands, fueling the fire of resistance against the colonial yoke. The road to martyrdom. The events leading to Rizal's imprisonment were a crescendo of tension and intrigue. Accused of sedition, conspiracy, and rebellion, he was detained and returned to the Philippines from overseas. Rizal's trial was shrouded in controversy, a spectacle that had the trappings of legality, but was in essence a foregone verdict seeking to make an example of him. On December 30th, 1896, the dawn witnessed what was supposed to be the final act of the drama, Rizal's execution by firing squad. And yet, the enigma only deepened. Rumors abounded that when the smoke cleared, Rizal was not among the fallen. Instead, another deception, a banana trunk riddled with bullets, stood in testimony to his mythical disappearance. Symbolism of the banana trunk escape. The symbolism of Rizal's alleged transformation into a banana trunk resonated deeply with the Filipino psyche. It represented not just an escape from mortal peril, but a transcendence into the realm of legend. In Philippine culture, the banana tree is known for its resilience. It can be cut down, but it will always grow back. Rizal's supposed metamorphosis into this resilient plant became a metaphor for the indomitable spirit of the Filipino people, a symbol of hope that no oppressor could extinguish. To believe in Rizal's supernatural escape was to believe in the inevitability of freedom and the rebirth of a nation. The legacy lives on. Enduring belief in Rizal's return. Within the hearts of the Filipino people, a fervent belief persists. Jose Rizal, their revered hero, is not lost to the annals of history, but is merely biding his time, waiting for the right moment to re-emerge and lead the Philippines to ultimate liberation. This undying hope transcends generations, with stories of Rizal's hidden presence whispered amongst children playing in the fields and elders recounting tales by the fireside. In this collective dream, Rizal becomes more than a man. He evolves into a symbol of freedom yet to come, an assurance that tyranny shall never have the final word. Cultural impact and inspirational hope. Across the islands, the legend of Rizal has been woven into the cultural fabric of the nation, its threads as vibrant as the patterns on a traditional barong. His supposed supernatural abilities and cunning deceptions against oppressors have inspired countless acts of resistance and bravery. Each retelling of his story reaffirms the conviction that freedom is worth every sacrifice, and that even in the darkest times there is a light of hope that no shadow can diminish. The mythic narrative of Rizal's defiance against colonial rule serves as a perennial source of empowerment, fueling the fire of patriotism and the pursuit of sovereignty. Parallels with legends of eternal return. The theme of eternal return is not unique to the Philippines. It echoes through the corridors of history, with figures like Emperor Frederick Barbarossa of Germany, who, according to legend, sleeps in a hidden cave and will one day awaken to rescue his people. Such myths reveal a universal longing for heroes who transcend death to right the wrongs of the world. Rizal's enduring saga parallels these tales, embodying the timeless aspiration that justice will prevail and that the hero will return when the nation's need is greatest. Symbolism and national identity. Rizal's disappearance has become a potent symbol for Filipino national identity, encapsulating the essence of resilience and unyielding spirit. His transformation into a banana trunk, as legend suggests, represents the capacity for rebirth and continuity, the very soul of a people who refuse to be broken. In the whispering leaves of the banana trees, one can almost hear the promise of Rizal's return, a testament to a nation's enduring strength and its unquenchable thirst for freedom. reflecting on resilience. The legend of José Rizal, imbued with mystical disappearance and the promise of an eternal return, has etched itself deep into the cultural consciousness of the Filipino people. In the collective memory, Rizal's life is not just a series of events documented in history books, but a powerful narrative that continues to influence society. It is here we see the embodiment of an indomitable spirit that refuses to be vanquished by the spectre of colonialism or the passage of time. Summary of Rizal's legend. As we revisit the tapestry of Rizal's tale, we recall the whispered accounts of his extraordinary powers and the awe they inspired. Stories of his miraculous vanishings, leaving behind only a banana trunk, became emblematic of his cunning resistance against Spanish captors. The enigmatic circumstances surrounding his imprisonment and execution, coupled with the fervent belief that he escaped death, have transformed Rizal into a near-mythical figure, a symbol of hope and the fight for freedom. The essence of resistance. Rizal's story transcends the tangible. It is a narrative that speaks of resilience against overwhelming odds. His legend serves as a testament to the power of the human spirit to stand firm and unyielding, even when faced with the mightiest of empires. The very idea that Rizal could still be among us, awaiting the right moment to return, inspires a sense of undying resolve that courses through the veins of those who yearn for justice and self-determination. Inspiration for the marginalized. Legends like Rizal's are not merely tales of the past. They are living stories that offer solace and motivation to marginalized communities across the world. They provide a voice to the voiceless, offering a vivid portrayal of how resilience can lead to empowerment. Through these narratives, oppressed groups find a beacon of strength, enabling them to weave their own stories of resistance and hope, much like the resilient silk of a spider's web. Closure and reflection. In the beginning, we pondered the enigma of Rizal's supernatural abilities and the weight of his legend on the soul of a nation. Now, as we draw towards a close, we reflect on how this legend has inspired a culture of perseverance that defies the corrosive tides of time and oppression. Rizal's story, with its roots firmly planted in the fertile soil of Philippine history, blooms perennially in the heart of its people, reminding us that the essence of a nation lies not just in the landmarks of its landscape, but in the spirit and resilience of its citizens. As the twilight embraces the Philippine archipelago and the tales of the day melt into the whispers of the night, we reach the end of another episode brimming with mystery and the echoes of a past that continues to enchant and inspire. We have journeyed together through the enigmatic narrative of José Rizal, a name that stirs the soul of a nation, a legend that defies the confines of history, and a spirit that refuses to be extinguished. Through the legend of Rizal, we've navigated a labyrinth of folklore and reality, where the astonishing possibility of supernatural escape and the enduring belief in a hero's return provide comfort and courage in the face of adversity. The mythos of Rizal offers a mirror reflecting the resilience, hope, and defiant dreams of a people who have weathered the storms of colonization and emerged with their identity unscathed and their expectations for the future undimmed. In every retelling of Rizal's story, from the miraculous disappearances to the symbolism of the resilient banana trunk, a thread is woven into the intricate tapestry of Philippine culture and identity. Whether these tales are mere myth or something more profound lies in the heart of the listener. Yet one thing remains certain. Legends like these are a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity and the power of belief to move mountains and shape destinies. As you, our dear listeners, continue to ponder the mysteries unraveled and the legends brought to life within this episode, we invite you with open hearts to join us again on the next journey into the vast and incredible world of legends and Philippine folklore. Together, we will unearth more tales shrouded in intrigue, explore the great mysteries of the Philippine collective memory, and perhaps find within them the very essence of our own existence. Next time, allow us to entrance you once more with the mysterious disappearance. Rizal legend re-emerges, surrounded by intrigue. Until then, let the lingering thoughts of Rizal's legacy and the promise of his return ignite your imagination and reinforce your belief in the power of legends to move the human spirit. Thank you for lending us your ears and minds. Keep the flames of folklore and history alive, and may the legends continue to guide you. Mabuhay, and see you in the next chapter of our shared odyssey through the myths and tales that define us.